Let's just go through the tips that we can have to overcome some barriers of communication. These tips will also help us to improve our communication properly and to speak confidently. The first one, as you can see, is being loud. Well, lower voice shows lack of confidence and leads to unclarity in the communication. Hence, the louder voice indicates a confident personality. So, being loud is very much important. Any kind of misunderstanding can be avoided by being loud, as such kind of clarity of speech ensures smoothness in the communication process. Well, especially in this scenario where I'm supposed to talk to a large number of audience, everybody is afraid. Even the most professional person who has been giving speeches for a very long time in his professional career can feel apprehensive before talking to a large number of crowd. But being loud ensures that you're confident and sure about what you have to say. You must have experienced that when we speak loudly, we become a head turner. People do notice such people or such person individually or specially when they talk louder. Hence, projecting a confident and positive image is important, and that can be achieved by speaking loudly. Clarity. Clarity is equally important in the communication. Well, fumbling may happen, and it's a natural human error. It cannot be totally avoided or eliminated. However, one can always try to speak clearly without hesitation. Most of us do not have English as our native language or as our first language. Hence, pronouncing every word correctly every time may not be possible to each and every individual and in the each and every communication, may it be professional or personal. People do fumble, but correcting yourself after realizing where you have made the mistake is very much important. Owning your own mistake is surely a better way of overcoming this obstacle. What we can do is, once we say something incorrectly, we should be confident enough to take a few seconds pause and to tell our audience or tell the receiver or the listener that this was said wrongly. Let me rephrase that and go and clarify yourself again. This indicates the professionalism of the person as well as the confidence, enchanting personality of somebody. Being upbeat, well, voice can also indicate our mood. So, having a pleasant voice always makes a difference. It surely creates a positive impact on our listeners and in the whole communication. For example, people in the BPO industry or in the hotel industry, basically people who are into client servicing or customer service representatives, they are always advised to have a pleasant voice or in fact to practically smile while they're conversing over the telephone. Well, the basic question which comes to our mind first is how can we smile or why it is necessary to smile when nobody can see you while you're talking over the phone. How an opposite person will understand whether you're smiling without seeing you practically. Well, but this does work. When we smile and greet a person, it makes a lot of difference because such kind of physical action has a mental impact on our words, the way we communicate. A smile can be seen in our voice because it has the psychological effect, and naturally, if we are physically smiling, the voice also sounds pleasant. Hence, it is very important for us to make sure that we are happy and pleasant about what we have to say. Keeping the voice low or not being interested or speaking in some sort of sad mood or in a grief shows that the communication is not important to you and you have least expectations and least interest in making this communication successful. Well, the rhythm of the speech shows the real meaning behind the message that has to be conveyed. Also, the pace, basically the speed, and the places where pause is taken creates impact on the statement that is being made by the speaker. For example, if there is a question that is being asked by a person, aren't you happy? The stress on particular words create different meaning. If I'm saying this particular question in a particular tone, for example, aren't you happy? This asks me a particular question about myself, whether I am happy or not. If the similar question is being asked in another tone by asking, aren't you happy? So the stress over here is on the word happy. So the question which is being asked is whether you're happy or sad. Also, having some sort of rhythm to such statement also differentiate the meaning. For example, I always take a walk. This is a statement which is declining. The second part of the sentence is little low, so it creates a different meaning. If it doesn't rain, this sort of statement has a condition in it, and that's why it has a particular rhythm which is rising. So, paying attention to all such intonations, rhythm, speed, and pauses in the sentences clarifies what the person has to say actually. Active listening. Well, we have actually discussed this in detail in the previous slides that how active listening can actually make a lot of difference in the communication process, how it showcases the professional image of any individual. Hence, do not forget this as a major important part of any sort of communication.